Hi, this is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden, and welcome to Triadic Healing. This is where we are going to be breaking down the self. And what I really want to focus on is the orientation, self-orientation. I have all of Triadic Healing Part 2 done. I'm in the process of transferring it over. Part 4, the Philosopher's section, is literally just a build as it comes to me. Triadic Healing Part 1 has been a challenge. And the reason why is because trying to figure out there's all the theory, but that's not what you need. Now, I'm all about theory. I have to understand the why. I have to understand all of it. And it was a long time ago that I deconstructed it, got to Plato's point, and then I went on to part 2. So putting myself back, remembering what I needed the most at that point was something that's been proving to be a very great challenge for me. And I decided to just hold off recording anything until I figure out precisely where to start. So I went on to part 2, part 3, part 4, and I still could not figure out exactly what I needed to say about this particular topic. And I've got it finally. Self-orientation is absolutely a fantastic place to start. It is the starting point because it felt like, for me, when I was going through my trauma, like I was on a ship, curled up in the corner, rocking back and forth with this massive storm hurricane around me all the time. I had no idea where I was. My sheets were torn. My lines were gone. And I'm speaking ship language. I need to translate that. My sails were torn. My ropes were gone. And I was lost. I felt like all of this stuff was happening to me, and I just couldn't figure out what's going on. And that was the big question, was what is going on? And all I wanted was to understand what I was really dealing with. And it wasn't until, and it happens in stages. It felt like a spiral, and it's still, oh my God, this is so it spirals. And when you go around a full circle, you get to a point and you see the big picture. And then you stabilize, and then you go around again and you stabilize and you settle even more. And then you go around again. And every time you go around the spiral, every time you hit that 360, that point, you get this new perspective. So you're going, I just don't understand. And you start healing. It goes all the way around and you get clarity. And you go, oh, and it drops you to the next level. And then it goes around again and you get to that point. It drops you to the next level and you go, oh, this is integration. This is literally the process of integration. And what you are really doing when you set off on a healing journey, when you're stabilizing, is you are integrating the self to establish your orientation with a process called triangulation. Now, I know those are big words. Those are mathematical terms, to be blunt. That's philosophy, and that is absolutely, that's navigation, philosophy, and math. That's what we got here. That's exactly what we got. So the challenge that arises is trying to communicate to people these advanced philosophical concepts that don't have the education for these advanced mathematical concepts. And really, when you study any kind of a subject, what you're really studying is the language of the subject. You're not studying the subject, you're studying the language of the subject. So trying to then communicate what it is you need to know to understand how to triangulate your position. Triangulate means to use 3 points to orient yourself. Orientation is, this is where you are. You know, when you walk up to that mall directory and there's this map and there's a big red arrow with a little pointy thing and it's, you are here. That is called orientation. Orientation is, you are here. Triangulation is using 3 points, the point of origin, the y-axis, the x-axis, and the y-axis. I'm going to translate that. Where you've been, where you are now, where you're going, past, present, future. to triangulate precisely where you are now. In order to do that, you have to have 3 points of origin. Or I'm sorry, you have to have 3 points of location. So you're triangulating yourself. You are defining your location. You are orienting that location. And you are integrating yourself back into a whole so you can gain perspective of the big picture so you know what's going on. Now, I can sit down and break down the vast delusion that has been going on around you. It's not your delusion. It's your narcissist's delusion. The narcissist is a magician, a coward, and a salesman. But they do not at all present themselves to you as a magician, a coward, or a salesman. They present themselves to you as a mother. They present themselves to you as a professional. They present themselves to you in all the other ways. And you trust them because they've got authority. That is part of the delusion. There is no such thing as authority. Authority, says physics, is something that only ever stays with you at all times for the rest of your life and always. Authority and power cannot be taken away from you. You want to know where you are trapped in the delusion of a power dynamic. That's what's going on. You are trapped in the delusion of a power dynamic. Now, healing doesn't exist. There isn't healing. There's nothing wrong with you. The symptoms you experience are the symptoms of physics when you don't transfer potential energy over to kinetic energy. So, to be blunt, you can feel physics. We all can. Physics feels certain things. It feels certain ways. Physics hurts us if we don't do what we're supposed to do according to the laws of physics. Once you understand the laws of physics, it's really easy peasy to manage. It's simple. So we're going to go over the terms simple. We're going to go over the term hard. We're going to go over the term difficult. The words matter. And once you start to understand the grand delusion that other people fed to you, it completely strips them of their power. And you realize, oh, the power was in me the whole time, and I could just click my heels and go home. Yes, the whole time. There is nothing funny about abuse, and there is nothing funny about horrible, insecure, traumatized people abusing other people because they have a problem with control and power. However, laughing at the fool of an abuser does so much to empower you. And I will tell you why. Your subconscious mind is built off of 3 parts. The first part is your story health. If you do not manage or maintain your story health, you're not going to be okay. The second thing is your logic health. And the third is your communication, or more specifically, your community health, your network health. Now, we're going to stop for a minute and go back to logic health. Logic health is your comprehension. It is 100% how you understand what's going on. If you compromise that, or if an abuser compromises your logic health, you're not going to know what's going on. Now, the best way to do that is a delusion. I was watching Stranger Things yesterday, or 2 days ago, and they had taken Will. This is season 2. And they had taken Will into a shed that they disguised so that Will could not identify where he was. The reason why is because he had a supernatural creature locked inside of his body, and it was spying on them. And if the creature knew where they were, then it would be able to come for them, because this supernatural creature had many parts scattered all over the place. So to prevent the supernatural creature from finding them, they had to use a delusion to disorient Will. You are Will, locked inside a shed with this delusion to disorient you. That's why you're lost, because you are trapped inside someone else's delusion. It leaves you with so many symptoms. And I really cannot emphasize this to you enough. The symptoms of disorientation and delusion, being trapped in someone's delusion, literally are like all the mental illnesses. All the mental illnesses. All of them. All of them. 100%. All of them are a symptom of you are trapped in someone else's delusion and you are absolutely disoriented. So you don't know who you are, where you are, what you're going, and nothing. So in order to orient you, we have to triangulate your position. We have to solidify the self. We have to build you a life journey path. And we have to set you on that path. Now, here's where it gets really, really important. You were born with this information. This is intuitively inside of us. With proper parenting, the parent will nurture and preserve your life path. Now, your life path, I've given it a really fancy name. Your life path is called, I don't like this marker, give me a moment. That is not your life path. It could be if you really want it, but this is much better. So it's learning, it's your learning journey of the discovered self. This is the name of your life stream. And this is really, really important. I mean, this is as important to you as oxygen. This is important. This is the most important thing you have in your entire life. This is the be all end all of you. You lose this and you lose you. Guess what happened? You lost this, so you lost you. The learning journey of the discovered self, the life stream, is who you are, who you're going to be when you grow up, how you're going to get there, all the obstacles that stopped you from getting into your dream, how you overcame all of those obstacles and became the hero of your own story. Guess what? We're stories. We have story health. This is the story health, the learning journey of the discovered self. Now, when you are aware of your life stream and the learning journey of the discovered self, a proper healthy parent will preserve your learning journey of the discovered self and make sure you stay on the track to preserve your mental health. But that's not what's going on. What's going on instead is Mitchell's delusion, is absolutely the delusion of the narcissistic morons. That's just it. Is we have the delusion of the narcissistic morons. Now, I have given them all three names, which is Mitchell, Lester, and Mrs. Penningroth. There's a whole story wrapped around them, and I explain that all over the place. I talk a lot about them. But putting it in this way does a few things. First of all, it allows you to laugh at their ridiculousness, and you need to. The reason why you need to is because when you laugh at the fool stops being the king. When you laugh at the fool loses all the power. The emperor is naked. So when you realize the emperor is naked, and when you start laughing at the foolishness of the empire, the delusion of the narcissistic morons literally breaks and falls apart, and it frees you. You get to return to the learning journey of the discovered self. You get to go on your life journey and go, oh, this is who I am. And when you look back at the delusion that you were trapped in, it is hilariously stupid. If you don't laugh at it, you fall into another problem. Depression, anger, hatred, bitterness, resentful. You end up with something that I call consumption. Consumption has many names to it, and it is so old that it literally has been talked about in our society for over 10,000 years. Consumption is not new. You call it fear. When you understand what consumption is, where it comes from, how it moves and works, when you understand the delusion of the narcissistic morons, and when you understand the learning journey of the discovered self, you immediately gain orientation and understanding, which starts to repair your logical health. The best thing I can tell you is start the learning journey of the discovered self. Focus on the learning journey of the discovered self. So this is where I walk up to people and I say to people things like, you must go on an epic journey, and where you are going is going to be of great challenge to you. The journey is long and the journey is hard. So you are going to need tools to get you through the journey, but you can do it. You absolutely can do it. We are supposed to do it. This is what the human being was literally designed for. And eventually, when you get to whichever point in your life where you finally have had enough and you say, I have had enough, and you finally decide to pursue something better, this is where every single person in the entire world gets to, and they say, all right, I am doing it. And they have no idea what they're doing. They just have this magnetic pull towards something with the word enough. And that's it. They get the word enough. And then there's this magnetic pull, and they've got to go. And they don't know what they're doing, and they don't know where they're going. They just got to go. And this happens around the ages of 35 to 55 years old, and it's called a midlife crisis. Or healthy teenagers, healthy toddlers pursue the learning journey of the discovered self naturally without any obstruction between the ages of 2 and 15, and it's over by the time you're 15. Our society, the narcissistic man, absolutely fucks this up, derails the entire thing, stops the journey, and takes it away from you. The learning journey of the discovered self is where you find you. You don't do this journey, and you don't know who you are, which is why most people in the world don't know who they are. And when you finally start to figure out who you are, you're in your 40s and you're going, well, my life is shit, I need to change it. It's because you have started the learning journey of the discovered self 40 years late. When we become consciously aware of it, two things happen. Parents go, oh my God, I need to make sure that my child stays on the learning journey of the discovered self. How do I parent around the learning journey of the discovered self? We got you covered. We'll take care of you. I have a class. It's free. We'll take care of it. But the other side of all of this is the self going, oh my God, I need this. How do I do this? Do I have to wait till I'm 40? No, you should start it immediately, like now, because it is the learning journey of the discovered self. And all it is a little bit of information. The problem is the delusions of the narcissistic man keep you from it. They tell you things like, you got to get a job. Well, that takes you away from the learning journey of the discovered self. You got to have money. So that takes you away from the learning journey of the discovered self. You're mentally ill. No, you need to go on the learning journey of the discovered self. You have ADHD. No, you need to go on the learning journey of the discovered self. It is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. That is the meaning of life. It is the purpose. It is the purpose of life. This is it. The learning journey of the discovered self is the purpose of life. And at its end is the point of comprehension. Oh, the point of comprehension is a beautiful place. The point of comprehension is where, at the very end, you know who you are and you know what you are because you have your life story and you can go, yeah, I know who I am. I know exactly who I am because you've gone on the learning journey of the discovered self. And you know all the truths and all the lies because you are at the point of comprehension. And that magnetic pull that's saying, I got to go. I don't know where I'm going, but I got to go is towards the point of comprehension. That is the magnetic pull. It's pulling you toward the point of comprehension. The point is you got to get to that breaking point. In fact, that's what it is. The point is, that's what we're referring. Every time someone says the point is, we're actually saying the point of comprehension is, we're referencing it. It's a part of our lives. It is so much a part of our lives that when you get to the point of comprehension, you go, oh my God, you've been here my whole life. If only I shut up the delusion of the narcissistic man, I could have gotten here so much sooner. Yes, yes. But parents who are supposed to be the guides and the preservers and the protectors of the learning journey of the discovered self don't know. They do not know what this is. Some really wise people have figured it out, and they have said things in their life like, just try and be happy. Don't listen to the man. Just be happy. Just do what you want to do. Yeah, that's the advice. Just do what you want to do. Now, you're going to have a lot of things. You're going to have guilt. You're going to have anxiety. Those are the 12 ethical challenges. That is part of it. But you're going to need skills. So we're going to go ahead and give you some tools. The first thing we're going to give you are the 12 ethics. These are literally the stepping stones of point A to point B to get you where you need to go. You need to do the 12 ethics 3 times. That is literally the entire walkthrough of the learning journey of the discovered self. 100%. It is extraordinary. They are naturally inside of nature. It's amazing. And when you start to uncover these, you're going to go, oh my God, it's the Fibonacci sequence. Yes, yes, it is. And you're going to go, oh my God, it's Tesla's 369 method. Yes, yes, it is. And you're going to go, oh my God, it's the God code. Yeah, it is. It's everything. These are the 12 ethics 3 times. So we're going to give you the 12 ethics 3 times. Go through them. These are not going to be easy. They're not supposed to be easy. They're going to challenge you. So we're going to give you skills. The skills so that you can overcome them. Now, these skills are special skills. They're not just any skills. They're called life skills. You did not learn these in school. I know because I checked. I did interviews. I asked everybody in the world, and everybody in the world said the same thing. I was not prepared for life. Yeah, I know. Some people said, I was prepared for life. And then they said, I don't know who I am. Well, that's not preparing you for life. Some people said, I was prepared for life, but I supplemented. Yes, I did too. Because the educational system does not give you life skills. So we are going to give you life skills. I'm going to put you through a school where all you learn is skill building. It's amazing. You have the 12 ethics. You have the skills. The next thing that you absolutely need is called the theory. Now, the theory is where we break down everything that's going on so that you can logically understand it. Between the life skills, the 12 ethics, and the theory, so that you can logically understand it, we start to build your learning journey of the discovered self. While we do that, we also provide you with the delusion of the narcissistic man to abuse-proof you. So we're also going to give you literally the abuse-proof you with problem prevention. And those 2 gorgeous tools will keep you safe. Absolutely keep you safe, 100%. That's what we're going to be teaching you. That is some of the life skills we are going to be covering inside the life skills. Preparing you for the learning journey of the discovered self is vital to the success of the learning journey of the discovered self. And it's all about finding your life stream, building your life stream, structuring out your entire learning journey of the discovered self, and then going through the actual journey. And in order to do that, we have to orient you. So we have to teach you triangulation, and we have to teach you how to get your position stable. That way you get your heading, your destination, your purpose. Now, you might not know what your purpose is right now, and that's okay. Your life purpose is something that you sometimes don't find until you are halfway through the journey. Sometimes you don't find it until the very end. Sometimes you get to the point of comprehension and you go, oh my God, I know my purpose. I did that. I did that. So you're not supposed to know who you are until you're done. You're not supposed to know your life purpose until you're done. This is the learning journey of the discovered self. The journey is the process of discovering the self. But if you're not going on the journey, you're not going to know who you are. You don't know who you are because you have not done the journey. You got to do the journey. The journey's not easy. A lot of people are wandering around, no clue, like what's going on? You're not on your journey. You got other people who are on the journey, but they're like, oh, you got to wander and drift. Wander and drift. Oh, yeah, those people. I speak a lot to those people. They are convinced you got to wander and drift. Don't listen to those people. Do not listen to those people. We're going to be talking a lot about those people because they are going to have a lot. They are called noisy know-nothings. Noisy know-nothings are really noisy and they know nothing. We're going to talk about the noisy know-nothings. Oh, yeah. So much fun. When you have the skills, when you have the guide, when you have the stepping stones, when you have everything you need to follow this from point A to point B, you find your way. Now, the best thing about this journey is the information that I give you does not at all do anything for anybody except you. It is 100% self-empowerment. It is 100% you. We're going to give you skills that teach you how to find out what you want. We give you skills so that you know when you are being lied to. So you can use it on me. So you can determine if I'm lying to you. You can determine everybody who's lying to you. It's amazing. So we're going to teach you how to tell when someone's lying. And I'm not talking about stupid psychology tricks from Freudian psychology where you look for eye contact to see if somebody's lying to you. No. I'm going to give you logic. I'm going to define truth for you. I'm going to give you a fucking formula. So you can use the formula and you can go, oh, truth, reality, logic, observation, knowing my intuition, and then observing. Oh, I got the truth. Yeah, it's a formula. You apply it to anyone, anywhere, and you're going to see all the truth. It immediately strips it down. And the closer you get to the point of comprehension, the clearer all of this gets. Oh my God, does it just clean everything right up? It's absolutely beautiful. So this is Triadic healing. If you are wanting to build a business, if you are wanting to become an entrepreneur, if you are wanting to relocate, whatever your dreams are, this is all where it begins, right here. This is absolutely where it all begins. Now, I use political theater. It's something I created for this. I use political theater to paint the big picture of what you are really dealing with so you can deal with it and laugh at it because the emperor is naked. And once you start to realize that, the self emerges separate from the delusion. It's exactly like in Stranger Things when you got that thing inside of you and you got to purge it. It's literally a purging of consumption. It's literally a purging of what's inside of you. So our agenda is to get you these tools. Our agenda is to give you a walkthrough of the pilgrimage and train you for the pilgrimage, and then give you the theory of what you're dealing with, prepare you for what you have to go through, and then put you through the purging process to get that thing outside of you. Once you purge the consumption, that's going to change everything. That changes everything. So you have the delusion, you have the compersion. I'm sorry, not compersion. You have the consumption. And you literally have none of the skills up until now. So delusion, consumption, and then getting you the entire manual for the walkthrough. And those three things is designed around the learning journey of the discovered self and your life stream. Thank you so much. If you need to contact me, I'm available on LinkedIn and or Facebook. And may the kindest of words always find you.